is extremely unstable and about to burst. No, pause, let me give you the ideal opportunity for that. The problem is that it could occur during this broadcast or tomorrow. The James Webb Telescope has as of late detected an unexpected 250% expansion in the splendor of Betelgeuse, the red star situated at the shoulder of the Orion heavenly body. A rare spectacle has been made more exciting by this peculiar behavior. Some recommend this flood in brilliance could demonstrate Betelgeuse is outfitting to go cosmic explosion. Yet the specific time stays unsure. Specialists hypothesize it could happen soon. Come along with us as we decipher the mysteries surrounding this celestial giant and explore the depths of space. Betelgeuse can possibly reshape how we might interpret the universe. Regardless of its name not being commonly known, you've probably respected its splendor. A brilliant rosy speck sparkling splendidly at the shoulder of Orion, a notable heavenly body. The size of Betelgeuse is staggering. Its outer surface would extend beyond Jupiter's orbit if it were located in the center of our solar system. This titanic star, effectively detectable, keeps on enamoring us. Betelgeuse's proximity to our galaxy causes it to undergo observable change over time, in contrast to most stars. Its brightness fluctuates steadily and is classified as a semi-regular variable star, moving toward a grand collapse in a supernova explosion. Lately, Betelgeuse has become considerably more fascinating because of surprising vacillations in brilliance. These changes, remembering a critical flood for May 20, 2023, have researchers perplexed. A Twitter account that tracks Betelgeuse, Betelbit, reported a startling 142% increase in brightness, followed by a 150% increase in brightness in a more recent update. According to Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics astrophysicist Andrea Dupree, Betelgeuse has moved up 3 places from its previous position of 10th, making it the 7th brightest star in the night sky. Betelgeuse is easily seen at the shoulder of the Orion constellation in the early evening sky from the southern hemisphere. Dr. Sarah Webb, an astrophysicist from Swinburne College of Innovation in Australia, features Betelgeuse's importance. It offers an intriguing and open door to observe the last phases of a monstrous star's life, giving important experiences into Red Goliath's way of behaving before they detonate as supernovae. At the point when Betelgeuse in the long run detonates, it could turn out to be extraordinarily brilliant for about 7 days, potentially creating shaded areas around evening time. This prospect has both novice stargazers and expert cosmologists anxiously expecting the occasion. Heidi Morris, a researcher at Los Alamos Public Lab and leader of the Padero Cosmologists and Space Science Club, takes note of the persevering through interest with Betelgeuse's splendor vacillations, a peculiarity noticed for a really long time by different societies. Betelgeuse's brightness cycle is currently around 130 days long, which is significantly less than its usual 400-day cycle. Astronomers can gain insight into the final stages of a star's life by studying the stellar phenomenon in depth thanks to these rapid changes. Betelgeuse began its unusual behavior in 2019 when it violently expelled some of its outer atmosphere. Betelgeuse's unusual brightness fluctuations raise concerns about the possibility of a supernova explosion. As per a paper created by Dupree and different researchers from Harvard and the College of California, Berkeley, it will take 1 more 5 to 10 years before Betelgeuse gets back to its standard 400-day brilliance cycle. Since the incomparable darkening, Betelgeuse has shown modified conduct concerning its light and spiral speed. Betelgeuse is still a massive red supergiant star in the final stages of its rapid evolution, despite its unpredictable behavior. The massive mass of the core will cause it to collapse when it runs out of fuel, triggering a supernova explosion that could eclipse entire galaxies. It's not clear when this explosion will occur. Dr. noted that given the limited historical data and the complexity of stellar evolution, predicting supernova events remains challenging, according to Grower, an associate professor of astronomy at the University of Portsmouth. Currently, Betelgeuse is undergoing fusion processes that gradually introduce new elements like silicon, iron, carbon, oxygen, and helium. In its core, as a red giant star, it takes thousands of years to convert helium into carbon. It will eventually fuse heavier elements until it can no longer sustain fusion reactions, resulting in gravitational collapse and the formation of a neutron star or black hole. Even though some people think that Betelgeuse will explode soon, Historical records show that it has become redder over the past 2,000 years, which suggests that it may take some time before it goes supernova. NASA gauges propose Betelgeuse isn't supposed to detonate for an additional 100,000 years, offering consolation that its blast is far-fetched inside our lifetimes. Notwithstanding the vulnerability, Betelgeuse's conduct keeps on captivating researchers and move headways in how we might interpret heavenly development. Despite the remote possibility of witnessing Betelgeuse's explosion in our lifetime, Sarah Webb urges us to remain open to possibilities. It serves as a reminder to keep our hope alive for future discoveries in the cosmos by keeping an eye on its changes. It's urgent to comprehend that our perceptions of Betelgeuse are basically looks into the past. The light we see from the star is north of 600 years of age. It's possible that Betelgeuse has already exploded, but we wouldn't know it right away. While this chance exists, it's nowhere near certain. Our expectations about astronomy can be shattered, as history has demonstrated. Before 1987, stargazers accepted just red supergiants could go through cosmic explosion. However, the scientific community was taken aback that year when a massive blue star in another galaxy burst into flames. There's still a lot to learn, and shocks might lie ahead. By observing Betelgeuse and other massive stars, we can learn more about how stars work. Notwithstanding the shortfall of a stupendous blast, Betelgeuse's ongoing way of behaving is enamoring. The physics revealed by its fluctuation between dimming and flaring are fascinating. The way that stars throb on human timescales is striking. Despite the fact that Betelgeuse is currently much brighter than anticipated based on its usual 400-day cycle, there is hope that it will eventually return to this cycle, despite the fact that it is having trouble doing so right now. Ongoing perceptions have proposed that Betelgeuse may be in a late stage or approaching the finish of the center carbon-consuming cycle. This stage includes the change of carbon into heavier components like oxygen and magnesium. Experts predict that a core collapse that leads to an explosion of a supernova could occur within a few tens of years if this is true. However, it is still challenging to ascertain the precise stage of Betelgeuse's evolution, and there are still uncertainties. The possibility of seeing Betelgeuse's blast during our lifetimes is dubious. The carbon-consuming stage can endure upwards of 1,000 years, and the review proposing an impending blast has not yet been acknowledged for distribution. Nonetheless, mulling over the chance of Betelgeuse going cosmic explosion is invigorating. It would be a phenomenal occasion, noticeable in any event, during the day for a really long time. As high-energy photons escape from the expanding cloud of stellar debris, the first signs of the supernova's arrival will be subtle but unmistakable, with neutrinos sweeping over Earth. In the night sky, Betelgeuse will gradually get brighter, possibly reaching its maximum brightness, 10,000 to 100,000 times its normal brilliance, within a week. This exhibition will shock anybody sufficiently lucky to observe it, denoting an earth-shattering occasion in galactic history. Concentrated into a single light point, the explosion's relics could be as bright as a quarter or half of a full moon. Surprisingly, this brightness would be visible during the day and create striking shadows at night. Expectations propose it very well may be somewhere in the range of 15 to multiple times more brilliant than Venus, as of now the second most splendid article in the night sky. The scene of Betelgeuse's blast would wait in our view for roughly 100 days, enamoring cosmologists and offering an uncommon chance to notice the repercussions very close. Fortunately, humans would not be in danger from Betelgeuse's supernova because it is still so far away. We would be able to safely observe the event for a considerable amount of time with binoculars and telescopes. However, a dramatic event of this magnitude would be noticed. Betelgeuse's death could elicit intriguing responses from all over the world, as supernovae have historically been viewed as bad signs. Astronomers think it could even rekindle people's interest in astronomy and bring them out of their apathy across entire civilizations. There are other red supergiants in our galaxy, including Eta Carinae, which may explode before Betelgeuse does. Measurably, our smooth way ought to observe a cosmic explosion generally like clockwork, yet we haven't seen one over the most recent 400 years. Nonetheless, we've noticed remainders of past blasts, showing that we're late for an unprecedented grandiose occasion. It's inevitable before the following star puts on its astonishing act for the universe to observe. The Great Dimming in the fall of 2019 is just one of many significant events in Betelgeuse's history. Astronomers were perplexed by this unprecedented brightness decrease and speculated about its potential explosion. In spite of the fact that Betelgeuse's splendor got back to business as usual by April 2020, the purpose for its diminishing stayed a secret until additional perceptions shed light on the peculiarity. Betelgeuse can be easily observed from backyards by skywatchers, providing scientists with valuable observations. Nonetheless, to acquire a more profound comprehension of the star and its massive changes, researchers depend on observatories like Hubble. People all over the world have been intrigued by the dimming and potential explosion of Betelgeuse.